Alright, so I'm trying a little something different here. Trying to do a little bit of a live stream and wasn't sure what to do for my first live stream, so I just kind of decided that I would um, do a little test session here. I'm trying some completely different things on setups, and thought while I was fooling around with this, I'd just go live because I'm trying to get a little better at the live streaming, maybe do a little more of it, but need to get some practice with some of the tools that are available. So here we go. And so I'm just trying some different things. As far as setups, and thought while I'm fooling around with it, we'll just go live and try it. Let's see, I think I want to fool around with the gear ratio too. That is a 348 gear. $343 gear. And I'm just kind of messing around here. Let's go to a 389. Let's bring our tape down a couple clicks. It doesn't get hot. And again, I'm just playing here. Might stumble onto something.
Clear the pits, hammer down.
The basic philosophy is I'm trying to go max out the track bars, which is going to make the car incredibly loose. But then I'm going to do several things to counteract that, and hopefully I get a good balance. So I've gone way up on the sway bar, which tightens the car up. I have gone up on the wedge, which tightens the car up. And I've gone down on the wheel lock, which tightens the car up. So hopefully that combination, whoa, we are not tight, not tight, not tight enough, man. Holy cow. This is like lap 1, and I'm spinning the thing out. This is not tight at all. I'm thinking that maybe there just isn't a way to run Miami with sway or with the track bars. Holy cow! I've got this thing loose. Okay. Oh, what to do? Okay, so let's try, instead of maxing out the track bars, let's try running them at 14, which is still pretty high. Okay. Let's see what we got here. And I am looking. I don't know if anybody's commented. Oh, hey, Night Sniper! Good to see you, bud.
Clear the pits, hammer down.
Testing out the live streaming here, and testing out a completely different philosophy on setups. Just to see if I can make it work or if it's better than what I've got. Oh, we're tight now. which is what I really need. And was it Winnie Diaz? Thank you for tuning in, Winnie. Appreciate the compliment. And I'm reading your comment on the PC and wrecking, but thank you for the compliment. Thank you for tuning in. This is the first time I've really done anything live, so I'm testing it out to see how it does. And might be useful to you guys to kind of just see what it's like when I am working on a setup, kind of what adjustments I'm making based on what the car is doing. I set this thing up at 2 times wear, and I probably shouldn't. I probably should have set it up at 4 times, just because I don't want to have to make 30 laps to see if a car gets loose on the long run. I'd rather make 15 laps or something. This actually doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, I mean, it feels tight, which is what I want at the start of a run at Homestead. It's not bad on exit, but the entry is really tight, so I may have to do some bump and rebound adjustments to get it better on entry. That was pretty good. That was a 760, and I think my best is a 669. I'm really running high on exit, but I think that if I could get the entry a little better, the exit might take care of itself. Yeah, I cannot keep that thing anywhere near the bottom on exit. But I feel like the entry is more the problem than the exit. Maybe I just need another degree of wheel lock. I'm burning up that right front, which I think happens at Miami if I remember how this works. It burns the right front at the start of a run, and then it evens out by the end of a run. Alright, 85 Don, thanks for the comment, thanks for tuning in. You're kind of seeing what I go through as I'm fooling around with the setup, and again, this is kind of a very different setup philosophy for me, but I'm testing it to see if it works. You know, I feel like the setups that I've got right now are way better than what I had 6 months ago. And, you know, a few months from now, I hope the setups that I'm coming out with are even better than what I've got right now. Because I am always trying to test things and try different stuff. So I went up on the wheel lock. That'll allow the front wheels to turn more. So when I turn the wheel, if I turn it all the way to the left, going up on that wheel lock is going to make those wheels turn farther to the left, which will help the car turn better, which basically makes it, to simplify it, just makes it a little bit looser when you go up on the wheel lock, and it makes it tighter when you go down on the wheel lock. I definitely can tell a difference just going up 1 on the wheel lock that this thing is looser, but it may have gone too far, because I feel like this may be the type of thing that it feels pretty good now, but it could get really, really loose over the course of a long run. We'll see. Not sure I've got the gearing quite right. I'm getting close to that red line at the end of the straightaway, but I still feel like it feels just a little bit sluggish coming off the corner. Engine temperature isn't bad. I might squeeze out one more piece of tape, but that would probably put it awfully close where I overdrove that corner, and I'm really high on exit here. It's odd. The car feels not nearly as tight. Like it feels more comfortable, but the stopwatch is telling me I'm slower. I was running a 31.7 and 31.8s, and now I am running 31.9s. I think I want to go back the other way. I think I want to go back to my wheel lock at 4, and let's try to find a different way to loosen it up. Okay, track bars at 15 were way too loose. 14 seems too tight. I'm going to go to 50. I'm going to split the difference. My sense is I was extremely loose at 15. I was a little tight at 14. 1450 is probably too much. It's probably going to be too loose. But let's try it and see, and then I can back it down.
All right, dig.
I got a really stiff front sway bar, and I'm getting a little bit of vibration going into the corners. It's not bad for me driving it, but I've got my force feedback, my in-game setting for the force feedback is dialed down pretty far. For somebody who's got it dialed up, that vibration might be a problem. Oh yeah, this is loose. It might be fast. It might be a really fast. Oh, nope. We're too loose. Nope, not going to work. Don't need to waste a lot of time on that one. Okay. I know I always talk in the videos about long run setups. And I know I'm only making a lap or two here, but it's kind of like when you get a feel for what a car's like, if you know it's not right, don't keep wasting your time making more laps when you know it's not right. Just go in and make adjustments, because it's not right in the short run. It's definitely not going to be right in the long run. Okay, now I'm back to the tight side, but I'm more comfortable with that. I would rather have it a little tight at the beginning of the run. I feel it slipping a little bit there, like I was, whoa, I think that was me, not the setup, like it was chattering or something on the front. Or maybe that was that stiff sway bar vibrating on me. Okay, I may have something here. And it still feels a little bit loose right there in the middle. It's not loose off. And I'm hitting 31.8s and feel like I'm not really running very good lines. Hey, I got another comment here. V for Viddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. Getting to see what it's like when I am just trying to work on a setup. You get to see the fun and the frustration of it. Okay, now that felt better, but it was slower on the stopwatch. I think I'm going to have to go back to the 14 on the track bars, and then try to do something with maybe the bumper rebounds to adjust it. All right. so this is gonna make it back to where I was just really tight. So let's look at this. What can I do? You know what? I'm not very aggressive on that right front camber. Let's see what this does. Because I definitely have some room to get more aggressive on that right front camber. So let's try this and see what happens.
All right, dig.
I want to kind of watch those tire temps on the right front, because with that more camber, that right front tire, the inside temp there, the one on the left, the leftmost temperature on the right front could get really hot. And if it gets really hot, it's going to burn that right front tire off even faster. So I want to watch what those temps look like, as well as see how the car drives. Not driving it in real aggressive. I shouldn't say aggressive isn't the right word. It's like I'm just not starting my turn early enough, and that's why I'm not at the bottom. And I overcompensated. That was a little turning in a little too quick. It's definitely made a difference, but I think somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 is the magic spot for the camber, because what am I doing here? Because I'm losing speed. I should be hitting 178 or 179 when I am at the line, and I'm not even close to that. So I am doing something where I'm losing speed coming out of the corners. Maybe I need to back up the corner a little bit. Alright. What to do. Oh man, getting more viewers. And your dog water. I cannot help you. I do not own PlayStation. I am on Xbox. Connect to NASCAR Heat 5. It should connect just fine, because I don't know if Thrustmaster makes a T80 that's a PS4 version and an Xbox version. I'm not sure, but if you got the PS4 version of it, I would assume it would just plug it in. I'm not being a smartass, but literally that's all I know about it. I had a Thrustmaster for Xbox, and I never had a problem with it connecting. I know you need to have the wheel hooked up and use the wheel to boot up the game. If you don't use the wheel to boot up the game, it's going to use whatever controller you use to start the game as the controller for the game. So that may be something that's useful for you. But beyond that, I don't think I can offer a lot of help. But thank you for tuning in. I certainly appreciate the you tuning in and watching. Let's look at what I got as adjustments here that might be able to help me. I would like to look at. I'm going to try going. That left front bump is already pretty high. I don't know that I want to go up on it anymore. I'm getting a little bit of vibration with that stiff sway bar, and with that little bit of vibration, usually going up on a bump or rebound setting will help that. Right rear bump and rebound are up pretty high too. I don't know that I want to go up on them either. I may have to though. I want to try going to a right front camber of 3, and then I want to go up a little bit on my left track bar, because that should help me turn in a little bit. And let's try this and see what we got.
All right, dig, dig, dig.
I'm seeing a comment there from Big Time, and yeah, that's a good idea too. Try that. I think that Thrustmaster has like a D-pad on it or something that you can use to navigate around to get into the game. I think he's got a great idea there to try that and see if that will help. I think I need to look at a 3-gear setup here, because something's just not feeling right about this gearing either. My best laps, I'm hitting 178 or 79 at the line. And that's where I was that time. Maybe I need to just go back to having the thing feeling pretty tight, because it seems like that's where I got my best laps. And I can tell you, this already feels like it's going to get loose on a long run. Ah, hit the wall. Alright, let's back off of this. Let's try something a little different. I am not liking the fact that that right front is getting up to 300 degrees entering the corner. So let's back this down to like 53 pounds. Okay. Let's back the left down a little bit. I want to take that track bar down to where it was, and I want to look at my gearing. I think I want to look at a 3-gear setup. And I've been running a 343, and now I'm running a 350. Let's try a 347, which is going to be a really odd thing. That's a 75 and a 463, and that will come out to a final drive ratio of a 347. This is going to be crazy on the restarts, but let's see what we get. I'm afraid it's going to be really sluggish on the restarts, but let's try this.
Clear the pits, hammer down.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, don't hit the wall. That's not going to help anything. Let's see what we got here. That's not a good lap time. And it wasn't a good speed at the line, and I'm not sure if I'm just not hitting the corner quite right, or if it is my gearing being a little sluggish. I don't know. Man, stopwatch is not being kind to me here. Holy cow. Okay. Alright, so not liking that. I want to try something different. It still feels like it's tight. Let's try backing off the wedge, and let's try go up just a little bit on the camber. I want to save that. I see Jennifer here is asking, well, to put the tape and wedge out when you're on a, and am I on a wheel? I am on a wheel, and the tape and wedge are, it depends on so many other factors in the setup of what those are at, but I always run the tape to where I got the temperature running in the high 240s to low 250s. If I see the temperature going above 252 or so, I usually try backing off the tape. But the wedge is one piece of the whole puzzle that you're looking at, so I can't really answer what the wedge would be. It just depends on what all your other settings are. I also got a question here from V about the wheel settings, and actually I want to change my test session settings here, so this would be a good chance I can just back out and show you what I've got the wheel settings at and kind of why I've got them this way. I like to do test session like this at 4 times wear, and I got into it and set it up and didn't realize it was on 2 times wear, so I'm going to go back to 4, and I do that just because I always like to see how a car does on a long run, and I don't want to have to make 30 laps or 50 laps or whatever to figure it out and go through a full fuel run. So I always run it on 4 times because that's usually more like 15 laps and just doesn't take as long. But let's go look at the test session settings here. And I want to change this to 4 times wear, and I always run the tire wear and the grip fall off as normal, but I run stuff at expert and no assists or anything. But as far as the wheel settings, this is what I've got in wheel. I use the paddle shifters and I'm on a wheel. I don't use the clutch. I've got the effect strengths dialed down a little bit. I want to be able to feel what's going on, but I don't want it to be so strong that it like jerks the wheel out of my hand or makes it hard to drive. Impact effects are on. Centering spring, I really think is a game changer. If you don't have it on, I'd recommend it. The centering spring wants to pull the wheel back to the middle, so when you're turning into a turn, it gives you a little bit more resistance, and it wants to bring the wheel back to the middle, and I really think that helps you be more consistent. The centering spring won't bring it past middle, just bring it to middle. I really think it helps you be more consistent. I'm a big fan of the centering spring. I have no dead zone. I don't know anybody that runs a dead zone. The steering range and steering sensitivity. Here's the deal. Here's what I am trying to do with those, and I'll try to illustrate it, but it'd be better if I had a webcam on my wheel. But when I turn the wheel, and I've got my wheel set at I think 270 degrees of rotation, when I turn it as far right as I can, I want that little dial or radio ball there to be clear over to the right. Okay, I don't want there to be any play. So I don't want that to get all the way to the right and then me still be able to turn the wheel 2 or 3 inches farther right. I want it to be, for lack of a better word, in sync. That when that ball is all the way to the right, that the wheel is all the way to the right. Same thing with the throttle. When I am pressing that throttle, when I get it all the way to the bottom or full throttle wide open, when I have pressed the pedal all the way down, the ball is at the top. I don't want to be, I feel like that when I need to, I just feel like it gives me a better response, and like when I need to ease back into throttle or something, it's not jumping to full throttle when I've only pressed it halfway, and then the brake is kind of the same way. But I want, basically, I'm setting it up to a full range of motion. And let me illustrate this here by doing something. So let's back this steering range down, and I'll turn this over. Okay, so now that dial is all the way to the right, and I've still got, like, I'm turning the wheel right now, and you can't see it. There's 3 or 4 inches more that I can turn the wheel. So it's like I'm turning the wheel, but it's not doing anything because I've got the range limited so much. And then it's the same concept with the throttle sensitivity. If I bump that sensitivity up, what happens is, you know, I've hit full throttle and I've still got half the movement in the pedal left to go. I can sit here and move that pedal up and down a 2 or 3 inch, well, not 3 inches, probably 1.5 inches, and it's not doing anything. So that's why I had those things set. That's what I want it to be. I don't know that if you're on a Logitech wheel or a Thrustmaster, it might be that you have to set it at a different spot in this range to get that effect, but the point is I want to get full range. So I run 270 degrees, and let's exit without saving because I don't want to save any of those settings. But I saw a question about the degree angle. I run 270. And now I think I got to go back and get it to 4 times wear. Yeah, and I'm seeing the comment from Jennifer. I'm not sure I'm exactly understanding it. But yeah, I'm looking for a race setup here, and I can run 31. I think my best is a 31.6. I'd like to be able to get this set up to a 31.6 or 31.6 or a little better, and see if I can get it that good, and still be able to have it work on a long run. You know what, Jennifer? I don't know what your gamer tag is. If you don't mind, put the gamer tag there. I am about to wrap this up because I wasn't going to spend a ton of time on it. More than anything, I wanted to test going live. But put your gamer tag there. I don't mind setting up a lobby and running a few laps with you, but I am about to wrap up this live session. This is probably going to be about what I can do here. And I should have asked, if you're on Xbox, I can definitely help you out on Xbox. If you're on PlayStation, unfortunately, I can't be much help to you. That was a good lap. That was a 31.7. I think I might be on to something with those final changes I made in this gearing that I've got. Let's just see what it looks like. There was back-to-back 31.7s. If I hit it right, I could get into that 31.6 range. Not like that, though. Overshot that a little bit. I think my best lap is 31.6, and I think when I hit that, I think that was... Oh, I thought it was a 6.69. It's a 6.99. So I'm like 1,000th off of that. I think that was on a setup that got kind of loose. So I don't think that was a great race setup. I may be wrong. And I'm looking at that tire wear, and that tire wear, I'm really burning off the right front, but I think as the run goes on, it's going to even out. So right now there's like a 17% difference in them. But let's wait about 4 or 5 laps here and see what kind of difference it is. And that'll also let me know kind of what this thing is like. On the long run. And I want to say, Jennifer that's there leaving me these comments, if you are running a 32.1 on like a preset or slider, that is real fast. That is really fast. If that's what you're running on a preset, I can't help you much because that's probably, I think 32 flat is the best I've done on a slider, and I think I only did that like once. Now if it's a custom setup, I can help you a little bit, but it may not be your line, it may be the setup, I don't know. Okay, I'm watching that tire wear, and we've gone from a 17% difference down to like a 10% difference, so that Tire wear is starting to even out, which is pretty typical of what happens at Miami. You start off burning the right front, and then it evens out by the end of the run. Doesn't appear to be getting loose here on me. I'm going to make a couple of more laps. That won't be all the way through a fuel run. It'll be getting close, and then I am probably going to try to end the stream here. It'll be interesting to see what people think this. I think what I may try to do is, if this becomes something that's popular, I'll set up a day and time to be like Mondays at 8 o'clock, where I will try to go live every Monday at 8 o'clock and pick a track and do some testing like this, if it's something that people like to watch. And that way you have a schedule for it, and you know when I'll be doing it if you want to tune in. I think this is going to be my last one, and then I'm going to call it quits here. And I can see that people are, I think there's been a couple of comments typed while I'm driving, but I can't read them right now, but I'll catch up with the comments here in just a second. It's not showing any signs of being loose, which is awesome. Okay, this is interesting. Now I am back up to a 15% difference in the tire wear, which I'm not that concerned because I'm not going to run out of tire. So if one of them is way ahead of the other, but I'm going to get the end of the fuel run, and even the tire that's burning off quicker still has plenty of rubber left, I'm not too upset about it. So it looks like here I'm coming to, I'll have 3 laps of fuel left when I come by, and I'm still at 42%. I'm not really concerned about that because I'm not going to run out of tire. I'm not going to blow a tire before I run out of fuel. So, alright, let's see what we got here in comments. Okay. Okay, alright, here's the deal. I am going to go, and once I get the lobby set up here, I'm going to end the stream, because if I'm going to have a headset on, I need a headset connected to Xbox, not to my PC. But I'd be happy to run a few laps at Homestead there. Hey, Simoleons! You're catching the end of this, bud. I am about to set up a lobby. A couple people wanted me to run Homestead with them. You're welcome to join us if you want. Stevie Throop, Optic Goblin, what's up, my man? I miss racing with you, bud. Optic, my setups had a big weekend. Zach used my setup at Iowa in his league, and he won the first 2 stages, and I won at Michigan last night. Tire wear, let's do 4 times normal so we can get through a full fuel run, see what things are like. AI cars disabled. Let's do no flags, disabled stages. Let's do black flags. No driving aids. Yes on custom setups. Damage is off because we're just practicing. Alright, let me go back here. And sure I got this right. Italy Fire. There we go. So did I just mess that up? Okay. All right. Did I get the invite out to you? I was so busy looking at the name and everything that I wasn't sure if I actually sent the invite out. Italy Fire. Invite to game. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once. There we go. And if I get you in here, can you invite your friend in? And that while we're getting that set up, once I get you in here, I will end the stream and I will. There we go. I'm going to end the stream now. I'll try to set this up maybe like Mondays at 8 o'clock or something. Try to do this regularly. I got to end the stream, switch my headsets around to get in a party with Italy Fire and his friend. I'm going to run some laps with him. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful to kind of see how setups go. And with that, I will kind of end the stream and hope this was useful. Hope it helped you guys. It was fun for me to do, although it was a little different.